They took nothing. They took a phone call that was a totally appropriate call. I call it a perfect call, because it was. And they brought me to the final stages of impeachment. But now we have that gorgeous word. I never thought a word would sound so good. It's called total acquittal. Nancy Pelosi is a horrible person. And she wanted to impeach a long time ago when she said, I pray for the president. I pray for the president. She doesn't pray. She may pray, but she prays for the opposite. But I doubt she prays at all.
President Trump, in a tone that I've never heard before, particularly this morning, unleashing on those who tried to have him removed from office. Now, he lambasted the, quote, terrible ordeal that he and his family had to endure. Those comments echoing ones that he made this morning when he shared the stage with the House Speaker Nancy Pelosi at the National Prayer Breakfast. Joining me now, attorney for President Trump, Jenna Ellis. Jenna, you know, it's clear post-impeachment Trump obviously is more emboldened, but this morning he had a certain tone, and obviously he's pretty angry, he's pretty upset at what he's been through and what his family has been through. You spent some time, I know there was an impeachment party of sorts. Walk us through what's going on.
Yeah, well, you know, the president today was just in full celebration mode, and that came across so obviously in all of his comments. And, you know, but that's also mixed with what's really happening here, and he said it so articulately, that the Democrats are trying to undermine the American system of government. And this was literally a battle between good versus evil. And these people are evil. He said that so specifically because they are trying to manipulate and weaponize the Constitution and their limited power that's given by government to wield it in their favor and not in the favor of the American people. So really, this was a battle against you and me and every person who stands for freedom and liberty in this country. And President Trump stands for that. He stands with the American people, and we are so proud of him, and he has the support of so many millions across the country for that. So today, as he said, it was a celebration that the Constitution triumphed here, and thankfully it did, because we had enough senators who were willing to stand up for the truth and not allow this impeachment sham to go through. But I think it was also, Charles, really just a moment there when he hugged his daughter Ivanka and he called up the First Lady, his wife, and just how much his family has gone through. I mean, we look back to Kavanaugh as well and his confirmation hearing, what his family went through. Nobody should ever have to go through that.
Jenna, I think you're right on that. You know, when he walked away with his wife, it was poignant. You know, it was really. You can kind of see a big relief was off his shoulders, even though, the conventional wisdom was that he was not going to be removed from office. Certainly the ordeal in of itself. You have the Democrats who have questioned our electoral system, saying the Electoral College should be tossed out. To your point, there has been a constant assault. And now many people are wondering what could have been done in that time. Could we have had an infrastructure bill if the last 3 years wasn't spent on this? Could we have had something for working women, child care? Could those things have gotten done? And should that be the priority for everyone now right in D.C.?
Of course it should. And, you know, we're expecting and looking forward to 4 more years of President Trump and an administration that look at what he is accomplishing even in spite of the relentless attacks. I mean, he has 2 very successful trade deals, 2 Supreme Court justices, and that deserves 2 terms. And I think looking forward, he is getting so much done even in spite of the consistent opposition from the Democrats who are only working for themselves instead of working on behalf of the American people. And I hope this is a lesson to them that ultimately our system of government will triumph because we have a wonderful Constitution that is in place to protect that. And if we look back at our founding history, Charles, I mean, the founders all unanimously agreed on certain fundamental values and principles that God, our Creator, endowed us with pre-political rights, and our government is obligated solely to protect and preserve those. President Trump believes in that, and we can all argue policy all day, but work on behalf of the American people to protect and preserve our rights. That's what President Trump is doing.
Jenna Ellis, thank you very much. We'll see you again soon.
Thank you, Charles.